Getting ready for the boating season is easy with the help of Bombfile Boats and Motors. With marine technology changing fast, the service department stays up to date with the newest developments and factory certifications. They have what it takes to make boating fun and hassle-free for the summer. Then as that garage and driveway fill up in the fall, one call is all it takes to learn about their convenient service and storage packages. Now's the time to call and find out why Washington boaters have been trusting Bombfile Boats and Motors to service, store, and maintain their boats for over 70 years.
Okay, here we go. Hey, Street Talk and other stuff, Mike. Maddog, Magnotti. Great to be here on this lovely day in May with you today. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it. Nice to be with you. Nice to visit. Nice to have you. Hey, COVID's opening up. I actually, even though I probably broke the rules, went into Safeway the other day without my mask on, as Uncle Joe said that we could wear or not wear masks if we've been vaccinated. And I have both of my shots, but still, you know, wearing my mask most of the time when I'm around other people, taking it off restaurants. I've gone out a couple times. It's pretty good, but looks like things might be getting back to normal a little bit. And that's a little bit about what our show is about today. But hey, before that, you know, we used to, back when I was in New Jersey, there was a cemetery I used to walk past all the time. And sometimes for a shortcut, I would cut through. And one night I was walking through and, you know, cemeteries can be a little creepy, that kind of thing. Even though it's not the dead you should be afraid of, but the living. All right, but as I was walking through, I heard this person crying, and I looked over to the side, and over at this tombstone, this guy was kneeling down, and he was just crying and just brokenhearted. And as I got a little closer, he said, "Why did you have to die so soon? Oh, it's not fair. Why did you have to go so soon? Why did the Lord have to take you so early?" And I went over to him and I said, "Boy, I'm sorry. You're really in anguish here." And it touches my heart. I said, "Now, who was it that died? A child, a loved one? Who was it?" He looked at me and he said, "It was my wife's first husband." Ah, boy. I like that one. Hey, but okay. But like I said, COVID is kind of loosening up. Things are getting back to normal. And that's what we're going to talk about today. One of my favorite topics. Live theater with one of my favorite guests, Cynthia Brown. But that's Street Talk and other stuff. Mike, Maddog, Magnotti, you stick around. We will be right back.
At Wenatchee Power Sports, we proudly offer the Polaris product line. Polaris builds the highest quality side-by-side in the industry, with off-road capability that's second to none. The Polaris pre-order program allows customers to purchase the vehicle they want without having to select from limited dealer inventory. The Wenatchee Valley has year-round access to some of the best ORV trails in the Northwest. Start your adventure here at Wenatchee Power Sports.
When you call Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, you're calling on 35 plus years of experience in the Wenatchee Valley. Spending extra time in your home, you may have discovered an unwanted aroma. Stinky feet, pets, who knows what. Call Dick's today about installing their Train Clean Effects electronic air cleaner or a Rheem Halo ultraviolet air purifier. Either way, the air quality in your home will be improved. Proudly servicing all of North Central Washington, call 884-6444 today.
Hi, I'm Shauna Larson. I'm the designated broker here at Laura Mounter Real Estate. We are a locally owned firm and we've worked hard to earn our reputation of always doing business the right way. Laura Mounter Real Estate is continually investing in the best technologies and highest quality marketing. For these reasons, our community has voted us the world's best real estate office for the past 5 years. If you have real estate needs, let a Laura Mounter Real Estate agent show you the difference.
Okay, we're back. Street Talk and other stuff. Mike, Maddog, Magnotti. Like I said, I've got one of my favorite folks here today, Cynthia Brown. Cynthia, yeah, love ya. But, okay, I'm going to let you tell people about yourself, okay? Improv. Okay, go ahead.
I'm just an introvert that's been somehow doing theater for since 1985. And they let me, and that's the most amazing thing about Wenatchee, Washington, is they let me do theater. So I've done a lot of producing theater, which you don't know because I never put my name on the posters. Producers don't do that. I've done a lot of directing, and I've done a little bit of acting. So,
okay, in 1985, what was it that got you started in the local community theater?
It was from a production company you will never hear about because they never did anything else. We did dessert theater when the convention center first opened downtown.
Okay.
And the name of the show was The Silver Cord.
Okay.
My older sister was given the lead. And I went to the first read through and one of the other lead actresses couldn't be there. So they let me read her part. I was supposed to have a non-speaking walk-on role.
Yeah.
And so I sat and read her part at the read through. And the next day he called me up and he fired my sister and gave me the lead.
So what'd your sister say? Was she mad?
She was like, she didn't say anything. She's a classy person that would never, she was kind of grateful, I think, because it was going to be so time consuming.
So was that the first time you performed?
Yeah. I didn't do theater in school or anything.
And what did it do to you?
Huh?
What did it do?
We used to have reviews. The Wenatchee World used to do reviews, Dave Kraft. And so I was on the street outside of the Wenatchee World building waiting for the paper to come out so I could see the review.
As bad as me.
And I open it and I'm reading and I'm looking for my name because I had every line in the show. The role I had was like, I was supposed to play this 50, 60-year-old woman and, and it was sort of if you remember the old nighttime dramas like Dallas, I was sort of the witchy woman, the mean old lady. And anyway, so I'm looking for my name. Finally, he gets down to me. He said, Cynthia Brown, considering she's never done anything besides lip sync, was fine. If you remember Dave Kraft's reviews, that was not as...
No, because Dave tried to say something nice about everybody, And
I could barely go back on stage that night. I just wanted to quit forever. And I literally did not go back to do theater for a long time.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Until I produced A Little Shop of Horrors in 1991.
And who did you do that for?
Mission Creek Players. And what I did is Mission Creek Players only had $2,000 in the bank and they didn't have a theater, but Music Theater had the Benton Street Theater.
Right.
So I went to the Music Theater board and I said, Mission Creek Players will put up half of the money. If you will put up the other half of the money for the show, because I need $8,000 to do the show, and let us use your theater, we'll then provide all the labor.
Right.
And they went for that.
Okay.
And we ended up doubling everybody's money.
Oh, cool.
So it turned out well and they were happy and we did a show, but that was the next time. And then of course I was hooked from then on.
Well, because you've done such a good job. You produced a show for me, you've been in a bunch of stuff.
And 8 years with Eastmont Drama, Eastmont High School. Yeah, that was very, very, very fun.
And they've turned out some great stuff,
Yeah.
They had a really good reputation for doing good.
Thank you. Yeah.
Okay, so we are opening back up. Hey, this COVID thing has been tough on us theater folks.
Yeah.
Can't do anything, but things are going to open up again. Tell us a little bit about that. Okay, got something coming up, don't you?
Yeah, we just had a board meeting yesterday and there's all these new things. Kelly Atwood, it deserves a medal for keeping Mamma Mia alive.
Right.
They were going to put it off to next Apple Blossom, and then they found out that the show is going to go on tour. So the royalties weren't going to be available. So she had to do it in this calendar year or she would lose the ability to do it. And we would have been out like, I think, $8,000 that we.
Okay, well, let's just explain something real quick. Music Theater Wenatchee was going to do Mamma Mia.
Yes.
Blossom musical in 2020. But then
yes. In partnership with the PAC.
Right, exactly. And you actually started rehearsals.
Oh yeah, they were well into rehearsals, right.
COVID shut everything down. So
the entire set is built. The costumes are all sitting in everything's pretty much ready.
Okay. But Kelly kept it alive and we're not going to be, we didn't do it this spring, but when is it going to be produced?
In September. The dates are September 15 to 25.
Okay, and this is going to be at the PAC, right?
Yes, and tickets will go on sale in June. We had to renegotiate the whole thing with the PAC had to be renegotiated The one guy that's kind of their spokesperson now wasn't really privy to all the details before, so we had to catch him up. He didn't really understand how things work, so we're trying to help him understand how things worked and what we need to do a show, because he's not a theater person. So we're trying to make that happen. And we're trying to get them to do the ticketing, and they're not even sure if they will even do the ticketing, but we're working with it. We hope that tickets will be available in June, and that they will be available the same way they were in the past. So people can call 663 Arts and get their tickets.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, after we had to cancel last year, we put it out there that folks could donate their ticket price and then become members of both groups. And
we did.
A lot of people did. And we got a lot of new members that way too. So that was just lovely. A lot of people got refunds too. But now we're
you got a refund if you asked for one, but you got the opportunity to donate if you wanted to.
Yeah. Yeah.
So knowing my wife, I had no choice. I didn't even bring up asking for a refund. Rosie just.
Yeah, we all just
no,
keep it.
You're going to donate it. So
it helped. And we wrote grants too to get by, because we lost that income. We lost the income from a fall. We lost income from every show we would have normally done.
Right.
Short Shakes wasn't able to go up last year. And so I wrote grants. I was able to get $5,000 from the Woods Family Grant. I was able to get $10,000 from Arts Washington and the CARES grants.
Right.
So we got that, and our members have been very generous, and we've added new members this year.
Okay.
So we're staying alive. We're staying alive. We've got a lot coming up.
All right. Who is taking Mamma Mia on tour? Because we just saw it a little while ago, I think at the Fifth Avenue.
Yeah, it's the Broadway tour.
Really?
It'll be the Broadway producers. That's why the rights are on hold.
Okay. All right. But we're going to do it this October, and it's not going to go on tour till next year, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So if you want to see the good production where people are up and happy and see it up close and not pay $212 a seat for a ticket.
Yeah. And the costumes are amazing. She had to recast some roles. Not everybody was still available. So she's had to recast. And then with everything happening, so she asked that everybody in the show be vaccinated. So that they could go up without masks. Because one thing they realized is if they had a positive test, if somebody tested positive for COVID, the entire show would be shut down. They would, and how long do you have to, if you have a positive test, and you've been exposed, then how long is it like 10 days you have to be?
I think it's at least 10 days. I thought it was.
So can you imagine that happening during a run? The whole show would be canceled.
No, exactly.
The whole cast would have to be. So she had to ask everyone to be vaccinated. And they had 2 people that said, no, we don't want to get vaccinated. So the board had to make a board decision that we will, from now on, until COVID is no longer a threat at all, we will be, music theater now requires, if you want to participate in a music theater show, you have to have vaccination or a positive antibody test.
All right. Okay, good.
And then you can participate in our shows.
All right. Okay, so that's Mamma Mia coming up in October.
September.
September, okay. And is music theater doing any more shows planned this fall after that one? Or
Gentleman's Guide to Love and Murder was supposed to happen this fall, but he has postponed that to next fall because Mamma Mia is going to be in the Playhouse rehearsing right up until September.
Okay.
So it's going to be difficult. So John Mauser has moved that. Now, since we don't know what's happening with the PAC and having a PAC partnership, and they're not sure if they want to continue that or not.
Yeah.
He is holding back because it's the same, team, Tiffany and John Mauser. So what they've said is if we can get a PAC partnership and it's going to work for us, then the next Apple Blossom musical will be Something Rotten.
Okay.
And if we can't get a PAC partnership, then the next Apple Blossom musical will be at the Riverside Playhouse, and it will be Gentleman's Guide to Love and Murder, which is a fabulous musical.
Okay.
So we either have 2 musicals coming up next year or 1 musical.
Okay.
And I have a show I'm proposing for January.
Yeah.
Comedy.
Aren't you proposing that one too? So
yeah.
Because I think my musical days are done. It's just, I'm not a musical guy anyway. Well, I just want to try out for something. I keep thinking, regardless of what I've done in the past, I want my glory days to be in the future. You know what I mean?
There you go. Yeah. Yeah. You were so good as man in chair in Drowsy Chaperone. That was a perfect role for you.
Oh, it was a lot of fun. It was great.
Yeah.
But I want to backtrack a little bit. Okay. I mentioned something in brief. Rosie and I love going over to Seattle. We love going to the Fifth Avenue and the Paramount. And boy, a year ago last September, we actually saw To Kill a Mockingbird on Broadway in New York City. Okay.
Oh.
And that's a cool experience. But doggone it, you were sitting hundreds of feet away. You're spending hundreds of dollars on tickets. When some of the stuff, matter of fact, the majority of stuff I've seen here locally, where you get to sit up close, you get to see the people, and you're not paying a crazy price, and you're getting a theater experience that is just as valuable.
Oh yeah.
In my mind, you know. So yeah, I'm on a move to get people who've never been to live theater to actually come. All right. So.
And there's nothing like it. If you've had to watch Zoom theater, you know, you miss live theater.
Yeah, no, really true, really true. But okay, look, Cynthia, we're gonna take a break.
Okay.
We've got to come back. I know you got another show coming up, and I know you got other stuff you want to talk about. But hey, street talk and other stuff. Yeah, there we go. Okay. We are coming out of COVID. Live performances are coming back. Theater folks are gearing up. We've got stuff coming up. We want you to be involved. And like I said before, if you have never been to a live performance, take a flyer on it. Okay. You'll love it. A friend of mine a while back, when we did Streetcar Named Desire, he brought his wife, and she had never been to a live show before, and she was mesmerized. She said, "This is incredible." Says you can go to movies and see special effects, but this live theater stuff where we're actually seeing people perform right in front of you is one of the most phenomenal experiences, entertainment-wise, she'd ever had. So hey, trying to sell you, but hey, street talk and other stuff. You stick around, talking to Cynthia Brown. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Chuck Dronan, Managing Member at Epledollin Retirement and Assisted Living. It's been a tough year for all of us, but especially for those working and living in senior care facilities. Over the course of these many difficult months, our staff at Epledollin has been vigilant in adhering to federal and state guidelines to protect and assure the safety of our residents and their caregivers. If you're in need of assisted living for a loved one, give us a call at Epledollin. We're here for you.
Okay, I'm back. Street talk and other stuff. We are back. I'm talking with Miss Cynthia Brown. Okay, she's on the board of Music Theater in Wenatchee. She was telling us about theater opening back up again in this age in the death of COVID this September. Yep. Music Theater in Wenatchee is going to be doing the show that they planned to do for the spring musical last year, Mamma Mia. They're in rehearsals now. They're getting that ready to go. But other stuff's been going on. Isn't that correct, Ms. Brown?
Yeah,
hey,
yeah.
What's about that?
There's a theater group in Leavenworth up at the Snowy Owl, Icicle Creek Theater, and it's called River's Edge Productions. Right. And it is a Henry Heddick production company.
I don't know name.
Yeah, local name everybody knows. And he's doing The Foreigner. Now, Henry was in The Foreigner back when it was running Equity in Seattle.
Really?
He played the lead, actually.
Okay. All right.
And so I'm impressed with Henry as a director. He is so organized. Everything is just,
really cool.
And I saw the role of Betty Meeks, which is a woman in her 60s or 70s who's very simple and,
Aren't you the owner of the lodge where people are staying? Isn't that?
Yeah. She's a Southern lady and she just loves foreigners. She just never been anywhere and would just love to see what other people live like. It's just fascinating to her. So anyway, I went up and auditioned for it, and pretty much he called me as, "You kind of are Betty." And I have to agree with him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So it's fun. But the cast we got,
Oh yeah, heavyweight.
we got JJ Hernandez.
Mhm.
If you haven't seen JJ, he's a phenomenal actor, and he's so good with accents. His accents are just flawless. Mark Wavra is the lead, and he's so funny. Oh my gosh, Mark. Oh, and he gets to do the perfect Mark stuff, and he's got so much range.
That is a challenging part that Marcus plays. See, I read that play. I actually proposed that play for music theater a few years back.
You did. You did.
And I know John Mauser has done it up at Icicle Creek High School.
Yeah.
But I've never seen it. I'm looking forward to it,
Well, we got Mark Wavra. We got a lady by the name of Rachel Powers playing the other female lead. Tegan Matthews just was up for a Fifth Avenue Award as Best Actor. He's from Leavenworth.
Oh, really?
And yeah, he was, if you saw Clue at Leavenworth High School, he was the lead in that. And he was incredible. He's so funny. John Wagner plays the Reverend David in it. And then David James,
who I love,
plays the good old boy, Owen Musser.
Yeah.
And that is a role that's tough to play because you want people to laugh at him, but he has to take himself seriously.
Right.
And it's fine line to walk. You don't want to make fun of people, and he is, chef's kiss, perfect.
Right. Well, you were with Dave in Full Monty, right?
Full Monty. I saw quite a bit of Dave in that show.
And I was blessed enough to be with him in Hands on a Hard Body.
Yep.
He's a great actor, but he's just a great guy. Just a great
He's going to be a nurse. His pinning ceremony, I think, is next week or something. He just finished his nursing stuff, so he's going to be a registered nurse.
Right. I think he's finished test 2. I think I saw on Facebook today. He's got 2 final tests to go. So
yeah,
that's good.
Yeah.
So okay. So when is this show going to be? This is going to be in August, correct?
Yes. We are going up August. Oh, I wrote it down.
I've got it written down.
August 12th, 13th, and 14th at the Meadow Stage. Have you ever seen a show up at the Meadow Stage?
No, this is going to be our
Okay.
first one.
So you go up to Sleeping Lady and you drive past the Sleeping Lady entrance and you go around to the Icicle Creek Center for the Arts entrance. And you can drive right up. They have some parking right in front. And it's a big, beautiful meadow with trees around it. And
Okay.
there's a covered stage there. And they do use sound reinforcement so people can hear you, and there's speakers and lights.
Okay.
And you bring your own lawn chair or blanket. And you bring your own picnic or whatever you want to bring.
Cool. All right.
And you maybe get a blanket so that you can stay warm after it gets dark.
Right.
And you come and watch the show. And I've seen a couple shows up there, and it was so much fun. It's just a great atmosphere. And August is still warm at night, and you hear the birds, and I don't know, it's just beautiful.
Okay. Well, that's cool. Yeah, we're looking forward. I've never been there. We're planning on coming to this one. And you said something about parking in Leavenworth. There is going to be places to park.
Oh, they have a big parking lot. When you pull into the Icicle Creek Center, they've got a really long, big parking lot there. Yeah. And there's some parking right by the Snowy Owl you can drive down in, but you have to get there pretty early to snag those spots, but there's lots of parking right there. And it's just a real short, pleasant walk to the meadow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we're planning, I'm going to reserve a room up there, and so we don't have to drive back that night.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah,
That's a neat place.
Rosie doesn't know it yet. It's a secret, so don't tell her. Okay.
Hey, Mike, we have some more roles in the show. I can't tell you what the roles are, but they come on at the end and they have a lot of fun. I talked Milo into it. Milo's coming up. And they only need 4 rehearsals, 1 rehearsal a month and then tech week. But he only has to come to 1 rehearsal a month, and then August, right before the show, he comes to tech week. But we need like 3 more guys.
I hear what you're saying. Okay, we'll leave it at that right now. Okay, so all right, look, I wanted to ask you though, all right, for somebody who's been involved in performing arts as long as you have, what do you think is going to be new from COVID that we're going to hang on to, and how do you think things are going to go back to being the same? I mean, I had Jamie Dunnigan on some time ago, and he said one of the things he was working on with Don West and some other folks is trying to figure out ways to make people feel safe coming back to live theater performances.
Oh, right.
And that was some time ago. That was before quite some time before the vaccinations came out. So I don't know what kind of progress they've made, but what have you been thinking about this? What we do to make people say, hey, yeah, live theater is something I want to get back involved with and want to come start.
I got a couple things. After directing some shows with big casts, and especially at the high school, every time you do a show, especially with a really large cast, somebody gets sick and then the sickness goes through the whole cast.
Right.
And this is before COVID. And
Right.
guess what didn't happen this last year? The normal cold and flu season didn't happen.
Right.
And so what I want to do is I will have people at rehearsals, when they're not on stage, when they're hanging out, wear masks.
Okay.
And if you get sick, wear a mask. If you're not quite feeling up to par, wear a mask. And if I was still teaching school, I would definitely do that to avoid that normal sickness.
Okay.
I think it's been really practical. I know I talked to some Uber drivers, and we were just in Vegas, and the Uber driver said, I'll tell you what, I enjoyed not getting sick this year. I'm going to wear a mask in the future.
Oh, cool. Interesting.
And the other thing is, if you ever been to a show where especially on Broadway, where the front two rows are really close to the stage, like the stage is like right here and the actors are right over you, and you can feel the spit hit your face,
Right. Well,
especially on Broadway.
I can imagine what that's like. Never experienced it myself on Broadway. So
I had Nathan Lane literally spit right in my face. He had a mouthful of water, and it was a gag he was doing. I had no idea it was going to be me. He probably does somebody different every night. Sitting right there, I was in the front row. Nathan Lane does this spit take literally right in my face. And I'm like, number one, I'm really mad, but it was Nathan Lane. And I can always say Nathan Lane spit in my face, but that wouldn't be cool now.
Okay. Well,
So that could be, yeah.
loved having you. We got to take a break. Okay. We got to come back and say goodbye. But you know what I want to do? Please talk with Henry. Okay. Or somebody else from the show, the producer, whoever. I would love to have you back on possibly before the show goes to kind of pump up interest to get tickets. Okay.
Yeah. Let's get Kelly. Let's get Wabra. I mean, let's get Kelly or somebody in here. Yeah. To talk about Mamma Mia too.
Definitely. So, okay. Hey, Street Talk and other stuff. We're talking with Cynthia Brown. We're going to take a quick break and be right back.
Your search for quality patio furniture with excellent customer service is over. Blue Lagoon is proud to offer only the finest outdoor furniture and accessories from some of the most renowned manufacturers in the industry. Our showroom showcases a large selection of in-stock furniture, fire pits, umbrellas, cushions, and outdoor accessories. Our in-house outdoor decor specialist is available to help you design and custom order the perfect furniture for your unique space.
Sure glad we went to Les Schwab.
I'm glad the baby's still happy.
Well, I'm just glad that along with tires, Les Schwab also does brakes, alignment, and a bunch of other safety services. I mean, if we had gone to a cheap tire store instead, I'd be a doggone wreck.
My thoughts exactly.
During the Les Schwab Spring Tire Sale, save up to $200 when you bundle select tires, wheels, and brakes. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
At Earthwise Pet, we take an all-natural approach to wellness and nutrition. Our professional certified groomers were trained by the best in the Pacific Northwest. Our staff here at Earthwise Pet are all certified in pet nutrition. We are here to help you select the perfect food, supplement, and anything else you may need to make sure your pet is living its best and most healthy life. Earthwise Pet, Nutrition Center and Wellness Spa. Online or in the store, we are here for you.
Okay, we're back. Cynthia, thanks a lot. Yeah, you got something else you want to say real quick, right?
Real quick, Music Theater of Wenatchee just recently changed their proposal date for shows. So we're looking for directors who want to do shows, and you're going to get a whole year. We will make our selection of shows. We will vote on the shows as early as 1 year before the date of the show. We have 4 slots. We have fall, winter, the spring musical, and summer. And those are our 4 slots of the year. And you get a whole year in advance. So if you're interested, email info@mtow.org and they will tell you what to do next.
Right, exactly. And of course, if you forget, you can always contact me, Maddog, at NWI.net. But hey, Cynthia, thanks.
You're welcome. Thanks, Mike.
We'll see you on stage pretty soon. But Street Talk and other stuff, Mike Maddog Magnotti. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.